So I am the negative side. I want the government to fund stem cell research. So as my opponent just stated, his first claim was that the government should stop because it wastes money. But I think that there are really good reasons for the government to be funding this, and I don't think that it wastes money. For one, stem cell research can potentially help in treating a range of medical problems. I found evidence of this from experimentresources.com. That embryonic stem cell research will lead humanity closer to better treatment and possible cures for a number of diseases, including Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and a whole bunch more. Also, the most important potential application of human stem cells from embryos is the generation of cells and tissues that could be used for cell-based therapies. Today, donated organs and tissues are often used to replace ailing or destroyed tissues, but the need for transplantable tissues and organs far outweighs the available supply. So stem cells that are directed to differentiate into specific cell types offers the possibility of a renewable source of replacement cells and tissues to treat diseases. Also, embryonic stem cells may be able to create all other cells in the body with the potential to repair or replace these damaged tissues or cells. Stem cells are crucial to development of organisms. They are non-specialized cells which have the potential to create other types of specific cells, such as blood, brain, tissue, or muscle cells. And stem cells are in our body all of our lives, but are far more potent in the fetus than in adult bodies. So by researching this, I think that we'll have a lot more benefits, and we need the money to get the research to get these benefits. His second claim was that the embryonic stem cell research kills life, and my response to this would be that embryonic stem cells are also there are other alternative ways that you can get them, not just from oh well, we need to mass produce some fetuses now and destroy them so we can get some stem cells. There are other ways to obtain them. Embryonic stem cells are more potent and available to differentiate into more things than other forms of stem cells, which you could take from an adult, which would be an additional benefit of them. And they are the most important potential application of human stem cells from embryos in the generation of cells and tissues that could be used for cell-based therapies. Right, so embryonic stem cells. Okay, we don't actually kill life using this because embryos are not humans until there is a heartbeat or signs of brain waves, which doesn't actually occur. Heartbeat occurs at 10 days after fertilization, and brain waves don't occur until 50 days. And we use most of these embryos after the first 4 to 5 days. And there's evidence from this from Mr. Thomas Shannon, and he wrote an article about how Catholic ethics guide us. And then also, using embryonic stem cells does not destroy life because embryonic stem cells are developed from a female egg after it is fertilized by a sperm in those 4 to 5 days. And during this time, there is no human functions that, make it human. I mean, it doesn't have a heartbeat, it doesn't have any nervous system yet, so it can't feel pain. It's really just a bundle of cells. And then his third claim was that it is ineffective or it's not going to be successful. And we have actually already started to successfully use stem cell research on animals. We just haven't been able to apply it to ourselves yet. So preliminary research, according to a stem cell article in Viva.com, says that research in mice and other animals indicates that stem cells transplanted into a damaged heart can have beneficial effects and improve the health conditions. And then his last claim was that there are other methods that don't kill life and are more ethical. So my counterclaim to that is that using cells like iPS cells is not as effective as stem cells. And according to experimentresources.com, induced pluripotent stem cells, or the iPS cells, are artificially derived from a non-pluripotent cell, such as an adult somatic cell, which are unable to differentiate into multiple things and are therefore less useful in finding cures to diseases because they can only be like a specific muscle cell or a specific like brain cell. It can't just, take out one cell and put it in, oh, it can be bone marrow or this or that. So they're a lot less effective. And then embryonic stem cells are far more potent in a fetus than in an adult. According to experimentresources.com, the fact that they are not yet differentiated allows embryonic stem cells to transform into any desired cell as opposed to adult stem cells, which can only replicate the tissue from which it was extracted from. So the cost of sacrificing a potential life for the advantage of science outweighs the moral concerns. The embryonic stem cells are of great interest to scientists because they have the potential to give rise to any type of cell or tissue in the body and might therefore be used to treat disease. So I think that the government should fund them.